Hi, my name is Angelo, and today I'm presenting my 1971 GMC Sprint Custom. Now, this GMC Custom is painted emerald green, and it's got a little metallic in it. It does have a cowl hood, and it has smoke gray stripe over the hood and over the roof. And it's undercoated. It's under the undercoating, so it's really nice because it's nice and smooth. So here's the roof. It's also accented on the bottom panel with a stripe. Now it does have El Camino SS badging on it, and that's because the person before me who bought the car wasn't really knowledgeable and he thought it was an SS. So he put the badging on the side and in the front. Now, if you so desire, that could easily be changed. The GMCs can change the front, and they do have badging for the side. I just didn't want to put body filler. And I like the SS. I like the white letters, and I always like the SS Chevelle. So I enjoyed it. But if you desire, you can have that changed. So now these steel rims, they appear to me new, and they have the trim rings and the center caps. And again, all the chrome on this car appears that it's all been replaced. This is all new chrome. Even the lenses and the lights, because they're just not 50 years old. You can tell just by looking at them. Now, you notice the detail to the back lighting, and there's the badging I put on the back because it fit. Now, I always like these Chevelle tips, so I put them on. Now, the back bed's been rhino coated. It's all rhino coated, and this is only a mat that's protected, but you can see that that's all done too, and it's perfect. No rust, no rot. Now, there's going to be pictures underneath the car because I do have a lift, and I don't detect any rot that was on this car that's been repaired or fixed. And here's the other side. I'm going to open this tailgate now. You can see how everything opens tight. The cables are changed. And attention to detail. These are the things that are important. Even the back lights are new. And the bumpers. The light for the license plate. No rust, no corrosion. Here's the back panel. And again, see how nice and tight everything closes as it did back then. This is your gas tank, nice and clean. And again, what I'm trying to accomplish is, again, I know a lot of people bidding on this car. You know, it is quite expensive and a lot of money, and I just want you to get a very true evaluation for what you're looking at and what you're going to purchase and what you're going to buy. Now we're going to look at the inside. And again, when I purchased this car, I had no intention of ever selling it because I fell in love with this car. And the door panels and the seat, it's a bench seat. One of the really nice things about this car is I put a brand new dashboard in here. This is an SS dashboard. All the gauges are new. Everything is new. Glove compartment. It's all one part package. It's got the factory air conditioned setup. And it's got a tilt steering wheel in it. See? And it's got cruise control on the column, but when we put the brand new engine in, this engine don't have but a couple of 100 miles on it. When we put the new engine in it, the cruise control was not hooked up, but it is in the column. And the headline has all been replaced, it's new. This, as well as the sun visors, what have you. Now, look inside the door jambs. These are the things that are kind of critical that we look at. And one of the things I like too, it's got the molded plastic insert here, and that insert has the jack in it. And there's the spare tire, which in the pictures, I took a picture of the spare tire. It's just a tire with threads on it. And it's just got a sprayed gray steel sprayed paint. And I want you to watch how the doors close. And the other things that are very important, you know, under the doors, and all the rubber is new. And again, anyone who's a collector knows what it costs to, I'm going to go around the other side, knows what it costs to bring a car to this level. And I fell in love with the car, as I was telling you before. And I had no intentions of selling it. And I have over $40,000 worth of invoices for this car. However, recently I lost my house to a fire and everything is lost. Here's the spare tire. It's got a cover on it. But again, let me show you the inside of this door. I don't want to miss anything. See how everything closes tight? Some people like to do that a few times. See how it closes? Very tight. Windows are all tight. Let's go around to the engine now. If my assistant can hold the phone for me. It's my wife, Joni. Hold on. Now, in the engine compartment, you know, all the insulation has been changed, which is nice. And one thing that's very important, critical, when you're looking at cars at this era, you know, you look at here, you see this is all the original rails. You can see how they have the curl there. That's from the factory. And what that tells, and these fender welds, the original, that tells you it's important, because that could tell you that it's never been in a significant accident, because if it was, they would have been replaced. Now, like the interior, a lot of this wiring is all new. The compressor has been changed to adapt to the new AC. All the hoses, as you can see, they're all new. It's got a Nettelbach cover on top. This is it's a brand new Goodwrench 350 engine. And I looked up the serial number, and it says 350, 275 horse. It's got an electronic ignition in it. And you did hear the horn. The horn works fine. It's got a master cylinder. That's, of course, not original. That's been replaced. And again, I'm just trying to be very detailed, as if you were here looking at, so you can get a good view of everything. We're also going to go for a ride along. This car rides so intensively smooth, you don't even feel the wheels turning. And how does that sound? So if my assistant could just give it a little gas. That's good. So we're going to go for a ride along now. Unfortunately, I'm not as good as Jay Leno, but my wife opens the windows, and when you hear the car. And unfortunately, I can't give you a feeling of how smooth this thing feels, but it's so smooth and so tight. And we kind of live in this little development for now, and we're going to right outside this road. It's like a country road, and this car has a shift kit in it, which just gives you a little boost. You know, it's just nice, and it's nice driving this car with the cowl hood. Just makes you feel really, gives you the feeling of back then, how it was. The front end on this car has been upgraded. That's why it doesn't ride like a 70 car. Because the suspension has been uplifted, and it rides so smooth. Kind of feels like you're floating. So we're just going to go down the road a piece, so you get an idea of how nice it would be to for you to be sitting in this driver's seat. It's just really nice. And of course, if anybody has any additional questions, you just post them. And I'm not a hot rodder or anything, but this car has plenty of pep, and it's just fun to drive in the countryside like I'm doing now. And got a truck in front of me, of course. But again, my focus on this video is that if you were sitting alongside of me, you could just get a feel and hear how the car sounds. And I'm also going to take a lot more pictures of the underside, so you can get a very good valuation of that, how it is. We're just going to turn off here. And again, it just came to mind that it's very important to do this ride along and have a visual of as much as I can of the car, so you can get a true feeling of the value of what's in this car. And again, if anybody should have any questions, I'd be very happy to answer any of them. And I'm just going to turn off from here. And again, it just has a real nice sound to it. just could take a quick look around again. And I don't think I'm leaving anything out. I did tell you it had a tilt steering wheel, right? It's got a tilt steering wheel here. And the cruise is on the column. But I don't know if I mentioned it in this video, but they just didn't hook it up to the brand new motor. And the original engine, I have the original dashboard. My recollection is that it has 47,000 on the original, but that doesn't matter because all intents and purposes, everything's been replaced. Now the other thing I got to mention is that this car has four-wheel disc brakes. So again, it really runs beautiful, and unfortunately I have to sell it because I got to rebuild my house. I can't live in the car. So again, if anybody has any questions, and I'm going to take pictures under the car after this session, and you know, I don't see any high tails of any significant body rot. There's no rot on the car now whatsoever. And again, I've been doing this for over 50 years, so you know, I have a good value for what I bought when I bought it, and I really didn't have any intentions of selling it. And I now live in North Carolina, so the car's always been inside, and I guess that's as much as I can say. I'll just take one more tour around the front. And again, if somebody really wanted to replace those badging, if it bothers you, I deal with one of my best friends is Ford Speed here in North Carolina. They probably have one of the most equipped and probably the best restoration shops, and I'm sure that we could change that for you, because again, I am a hobbyist and I enjoy doing this and I enjoy the fellowship. And by the way, I just got to plug Bring a Trailer, because those people are really great people. I really thank for all the help and assistance and guidance that they gave me. And if you're considering buying anything, I definitely think that this is a place to go. Well, I hope you enjoyed my video. And I know I'm just an amateur at it, but if you have any other further questions, I'd be happy to answer them. Thank you.